Lights, camera, action.
Good afternoon, youth of Bay Area. Welcome to Bay Area Youth on Air, also known as Bayo! I am your host, DeMian Williams, and these are my co-hosts,
Amanda Jack,
Kacey.
and today we are featuring some great videos from our friends from BAYCAT, and we are interviewing two talented youth from BAYCAT as well.
Yup. Woo! Yeah!
Please say a warm welcome to
Arvaughn from Parental Confinement.
And Adrianna from Something Different.
And look who's also here, Roman, who is the co-director of Parental Confinement.
Hello.
Roman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Arvaughn.
You are Arvaughn?
What's your name?
Roman.
Yours?
Adrianna.
Okay.
How have you been involved with BAYCAT, and what did you bring for us today?
Well, I've been involved with BAYCAT by doing I believe it was a documentary titled Parental Confinement, and I was interviewed and asked some questions about my background and what it was like during my father's incarceration, and I was even able to submit a spoken word because that's a hobby and a talent of mine, and it was really, really fun. It was a good experience, and I recommend that everyone join.
Yeah. I'm a filmmaker from BAYCAT, and this is my third term, and I worked on the documentary Parental Confinement with Arvaughn, and I was pretty much the one behind the camera with a couple other people, and yeah.
Okay.
Amanda, how about that first video?
Okay, the first video we would like to show is called Something Different, animated by Adrianna, Jaden, and Zeto at BAYCAT.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay.
Something Different by Patrick Gardner. March 2000. Time, early morning, 6 or 7 o'clock. Place, the edge of the forest. At Rise, a wolf pack is preparing to leave the forest. Zeus, the leader's son, is faced with a difficult decision. Zeus's decision is made even more difficult by pain and anger, the emotions in his heart.
It's natural for Zeus to be angry and in pain right now.
Yeah, but he's like me. He understands that if he doesn't make a change, everything is going to fall apart.
Why change? This is all we know.
That's not what I want to know. You have the easy job. You just lash out and act irrationally. I get dumped on all day, every day, and on top of that, I have to deal with you. And I can't take that anymore. I won't take that anymore.
You darn well better. 'Cause I can't let you go. That would be breaking the rules.
Whose rules? Besides, I don't care anymore. Pain is the worst feeling in the world, and I'm always in it because that's what people like you keep telling me. Who says I have to keep hurting all the time? No one should have to deal with that.
But...
And you know what? Just this once, I'm taking over your job, because you're really starting to piss me off. I can't blame you. You don't know what it feels like having all the meanness and bad things in life directed straight at you all the time, day in and day out. I used to just bottle it up and pretend it had nothing to do with me. Can't you see all the sadness and hopelessness? It's killing me inside.
you can't die. You're an emotion.
I know I can't die, not really die, but my spirit is fading. I'm losing myself, who I want to be. If I stay here, the pain will kill Zeus too. And if Zeus dies, we die with him. I'll never get to change my life the way I want to. I've always dreamed of being a positive emotion. I've seen and experienced everything there is about negativity. I was born into it. But to be positive, the change alone would be enough to push the bad things in life away. I just want to be happy. Seeing all the pain, I just want to die. Anything to make the hurting stop. To be happy, on the other hand, to experience all the good things in life like love and joy. I would never want to die. Because every time you're happy, it's about something different. The pain is monotonous and self-destructive. The cause may be different, but the feeling is always the same. That continual pain is what kills you inside, and I'll have no part of that anymore.
But you can't leave me. We're dependent on each other. All I know is anger. If you leave me, then there is nothing left for me to do. I'll be without a purpose in life.
Wow, that video with the animations was so amazing and cool with the wolves and stuff.
Yeah, wolves are very powerful animals. Don't you think, Kacey?
Yeah.
How did you start this collaboration with each one, reach one? And can you tell us about the process?
Well, I did a whole collaborate, and I did everything at the BAYCAT, and I did something on storyboard, everything.
Okay. Can you tell us who wrote this story?
The young person in juvenile hall.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing.
How did you create the animation, and why did you choose wolves as characters for the video?
I did a storyboard, and because I choose some of those wolves, I did the white wolves, the gray wolf, and I did a brown wolf.
So it seems like you like to do animals rather than people.
Yeah, I did everything.
Do you like wolves?
Yeah, I like wolves a lot.
I really liked how you create the whole animation. DeMian, what's our next video, please?
Alright, so the next video that we're going to feature is called Parental Confinement, by which Arvaughn is in. And it is an official selection 2016 Do It Your Damn Self Film Festival and created by BAYCAT. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
I never thought that losing you would bring me and her closer, or you wouldn't live to see my face immortal on the poster. Wouldn't believe you hurt me the worst way, or the simple fact when I unlock my phone, I remember your birthday. Or how about the 10th of August, yet minus the pauses when I blew up my candles and my wish was that you would call us. You never lived to see when the peace came. As I reframed, guess my name on your arm was an unbearable ink stain, huh? I'm a youth advocate at Project What. I also sit on the YEF's Youth Advisory Board. I also work for Quite, a community works youth theater ensemble that's in acting and playwriting about what it's like to have a parent that is incarcerated.
My father has been incarcerated for the last 13 years. My goal is to just kind of accept it, and when he eventually comes out, like, for that to not really affect our relationship, to just like kind of move forward from it, not like hold a grudge anymore.
Well, my father is now deceased, so my hope for him at the moment when he was incarcerated was for him to at least try to reach out. I mean, because he didn't, and I felt sort of neglected, you know, as a kid. And then, you know, me having to grow up in a single parent home, it really didn't add, you know, too much. I wish he just would have reached out, and wish my mother was just a bit more embracive. I get that the job was hard, but I just wish that we could understand each other more.
Well, the message that I would give other people who are going through the same situation that I would be going through is to always find a way to cope with it that doesn't hurt you. It does affect you, but it'll only affect you in the greater way, because I look at it to something that keeps me strong. Obviously, he knows what he did and it wasn't right. So I would say for him to just kind of learn from it, heal from it, and kind of take care of himself, because right now he's not really in the right state of mind to do that because of the needs that aren't met in the prison system.
My hopes for the future is that I'm able to be successful within achieving my education, and I want to pursue my career as a performer, spoken word artist, and also I want to be a published poet. Hate the fact that I'm 16 without you. Hate the fact that when I got ready for prom that it was nothing without you. Hate the fact that there's no unity like when I entered puberty. I was going through some changes and neglect from you was new to me. Hate the fact you didn't teach me to shave. Hate the fact I had to find out on my own what's the meaning of brave. Hate the fact here that this love wasn't saved. And normally I don't write to you because missing you's what makes me afraid. Being alone, I autodidact the way of the trade. You provide light that cast down rays. Still no shade. I hope that at the end of this you feel no shame. I'm commending you for neglect. It may seem so strange, but I doubt you. I had to figure it out too. In the next life, I'll be twice as bold. Ready for round 2.
That was a very serious documentary. Don't you guys agree?
Yes, it was. Did you just write how you felt about the situation, or did it just come naturally?
It was sort of both. I feel like my writing does really come from an emotional place, and your emotions are natural.
Okay.
So I was just using, what I had in the moment and what I felt.
Okay.
And it produced that.
Okay. How long have you been a part of Project What, and how did you get involved?
So I am now, what is this, my 4th year in Project What? Well, almost my 4th year. My anniversary of my hire date is actually coming up really soon. I believe it was June 24th, to be exactly. So June 24th, 2013 is when I started, and it's coming up. So I'm 4 years strong. Basically.
So you're probably 14, 15 when you started?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got involved with my mentor, actually, Eli Crawford. So he referred me to a colleague of his by the name of Naomi. Okay. And she handed me an application because I fitted, I seemed to fit the criteria. So I just filled an application and I gave it the best that I could give, and I'm here today.
Okay.
So Roman, what was your role in the documentary?
I was a co-director in the documentary.
And can you tell us more about? Can you tell us a little bit more about Parental Confinement, the documentary?
Well, it was pretty much I guess the children that had their parents incarcerated. It was pretty much their story, how they got through it, and what they hope for that parent in the future, and pretty much just their story on the topic. Yeah.
Okay.
And Arvaughn, can you tell us more about your poetry writing?
Yes, it's actually it's a good hobby of mine. It takes a lot of stress away from a lot of toxic situations. I find myself in really an emotional place. I'm always I'm all over the place all the time, I feel like. And I feel like a good escape for me is through my writing, because it doesn't have to always be earthbound. It's very fluid. I can do what I want with it. It's like a magical power or something. Maybe an ability.
Wow.
I don't know.
Can you tell us more about the process?
Yeah, sure. Well, we were brainstorming it, the ideas for it for a couple, a little while. We actually had a couple ideas, and we started making for those ideas, but then we decided, oh, this is better, and we finally decided to interview Arvaughn and one other young lady at project what. And when we went there, we just set up all the equipment and interviewed Arvaughn and his friend, and then I wasn't expecting it, and then we got him to like do like a little poetry piece, and I was kind of just like mesmerized. Like it was like really amazing, like just like all that in his head, like not even
Thank
like
you.
yeah, it was really amazing.
Wow.
Well, we can't wait.
We would be honored for you to perform something live for us.
Yeah, we would love to hear something from you,
Yes.
Arvaughn.
Yes, Arvaughn.
Yes,
Would you?
I would definitely do something.
Oh,
for
thank you.
We were looking forward to that.
There's one thing in this life I can't seem to comprehend. It's the amount of courage that it takes to be a man. And mama, you know I love you and I'm doing the best I can. But sometimes I wanna cry. I'm so grateful to be alive. 'Cause even when the sky turns black and the ocean runs warm and cancer finds its cure, there will always be one thing about me that will always be for sure. And that is just how much I love you, even when we fight and go to war. Sometimes I wanna cry. I'm so grateful to be alive. And I am yours, 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 yours. And I am yours, 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 yours. I used to dream and sing about the man that I once knew, or how my favorite color was something he never knew, or how I found warmth in the solstice, or how I sat back and read text messages where he did me the coldest. I used to dream about the man who put me on his shoulders while we dip off in the mountains and catch fish from the boulders. I never thought my words would relieve you. I never thought that you loved me, but in a stupid sense I almost believed you. I never thought that losing you would bring me and her closer, or you wouldn't live to see my face immortal on the poster. Wouldn't believe you hurt me the worst way, or the simple fact when I unlocked my phone I remember your birthday. Or how about the 10th of August, yet minus the pauses when I blew out my candles and my wish was that you would call us. You never lived to see when the peace came. As I reframed, guess my name on your arm was an unbearable ink stain, huh? It's funny how I made your English, but you're left with the sentence. You were subject to the prejudice, a predicate instance. Like your hair and you be gone in an instant. Be consistent. I write because I loved you the most. Now it's resentment. Wouldn't believe the time that you had showed up in my class and told me to get the lotion so that I reduced the ash. Slapped me to 5 and I'm like 5 more minutes. I know I'm in the middle of class, but let me finish this sentence. When I saw you, I had hopped out my seat and I ran to you. Couldn't believe my eyes would deceive and expand to you. You own my heart and you was the man. I'm brand to you when I speak now, knowing that I'll be a man to you. My only wish is that I let you hold me across your tattoos, and when I go to kiss you, your beard kisses me back too. Hate the fact I'm 17 without you. Hate the fact that when I got ready for prom that it was nothing without you. Hate the fact that there's no unity like when I entered puberty. I was going through some changes and neglect from you was new to me. Hate the fact you didn't teach me to shave. Hate the fact I had to find out on my own what's the meaning of brave. Hate the fact here that this love wasn't saved. And normally I don't write to you because missing you's what makes me afraid. Being alone, I autodidact the way of the trade. You provide light that casts down rays. Still no shade. I hope that at the end of this you feel no shame. I'm commending you for neglect. It may seem so strange, but I doubt you. I had to figure it out too. In the next life, I'll be twice as bold, ready for round 2.
Right.
Wow.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's absolutely mind-blowing.
Thank you.
Wow, that was like really amazing. Like I didn't even know you were gonna start off singing like that.
Oh my God. I was
Yeah.
completely like, wow, this guy has a lot in his mind.
Yeah, you almost made me teared up. I was like, hold it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, can you tell us more about the song and the poem that you did as well?
Yes, so the song was a piece that I had wrote for my mother, because we go through a lot, especially because like our lives together has been an emotional roller coaster, and I love her dearly for it, and like I just always want her to know that, like despite our differences, despite where I go off and when I go do, like the more I try to elevate myself, like you'll always. My love will always be for sure. And that's why I said, and that is why I love you, even when we fight and go to war. Like, it's like, we can disagree as, mother and son. But
Got it.
at the end of the day, that was my first love before anybody else. But the more of a and and the reason it was so soft and gentle in singing is because that's how I really feel towards my mother. It's like I feel like I should sing to my mother because she deserves the more vocal part of me. And for my father, on the other hand, my relationship with him is just a little bit different than what it is with my mother. As you can see, my tone is a little bit more militant, or it's a little bit more, hostile or aggressive, because I'm letting a side of me that is hurt, show a little bit, like, through that, like, while illustrating our story. It's just really hard not to, get that emotionally involved and deep in it when I wish I had the opportunity to say all of these things, but yet I don't.
Okay. And have you been singing or doing poetry since you were younger?
Yes, I have. I've been writing since I was 8. I started performing at the age of 10, doing a lot of fundraising for a lot of organizations such as, City of Dreams and, a lot of other things too, being involved within my community, being a community activist and a political activist as well.
Okay.
Wow, I never thought that you performing so much would change your life, and and you will write a song for your mom that is like soft and like soft and kind of like a serenade, and why with your dad it's like very hurt and hostile. So
I mean, I wouldn't, well, yeah, it may come off that way, but like those aren't my intentions. Like, it may seem really hurt and hostile, but like that's actually not the space where I want it to come from, but that's just where it's
you felt very hurt and such. You wanted to spend time with your father, but you didn't get a chance to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really beautiful how you portray in your songs and such. So,
thank you.
Can you tell us about the organization?
Yes, I can. So I am affiliated with my two main organizations, which are Project What, which is a branch of Community Works West. So Project What is where I do most of my raising awareness and advocating about parental incarceration. And there are 2.7 million children nationwide with a parent that is incarcerated, and 17,993 alone within this city. So there's a vast population of people out there that, face the same issues as me, and I just want them to know that they're not alone. Followed by what I do with YEF. I am a community funder, so I'm pretty much a leader within a smaller body of youth leaders, and we fund youth-led projects by youth for youth. And because this city doesn't have a lot of programs for youth to have jobs, it's basically a way of creating jobs, for youth to keep them out of trouble and keep them from meeting the statistics that society holds them to.
Wow. Does YEF, what does that stand for?
So that's the Youth Empowerment Fund.
Okay. Oh, that makes more sense.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We were so glad to have you here, and we're able to listen what you had to say in your heart.
Yeah, I was like really, really shocked that you had a voice like that.
We were all surprised. We were caught by surprise.
Well, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem. Bye, guys.
And remember,
let's talk talent! Woo!